And once this trial starts, we want all the ducks in a row.
It's been 3 years since we first spoke to Cooley Law School professor emeritus Louis Lingham about the case. I interviewed the former Michigan State Police detective as people protested the shooting outside GRPD the day they released body cam video of the incident. Those fighting for justice say SCHURR should have faced justice much sooner. But legal experts like Professor Lingham say it's taken this long for a reason.
So it can go from beginning to end, let the jury make final determination based upon all evidence and testimony, and not have to worry about revisiting this case again on some legal technicality. But
first up is jury selection. Simple questions to weed out large chunks of candidates.
Do you have any connections with law enforcement? Do you have any contacts, relationships, friendships with anyone on the prosecution side, the defense side?
Sometimes a legal team may want someone who has no prior knowledge of a case, but that's not always possible or even necessary.
It's not the test. The test is whether or not you can maintain your impartiality and whether or not you can listen to all the testimony, all the evidence, and make a decision based only upon that evidence and testimony and not about anything you may or may not have heard about this case.
Lingham says the legal teams will likely break down the entire traffic stop up to the struggle for the taser. But he suggests it may ultimately come down to one question for the jury.
And whether or not a reasonable officer in that same situation would have also felt that they needed to fire their weapon to either protect their life or to prevent great bodily harm from occurring.
The state has the burden of proof to show a reasonable officer would not have fired their weapon. But Lingham says the defense may have more of an uphill battle, considering the nature of the case, public perception, and the length of time since the incident.
The objective is to move from here to here throughout the trial and move slightly above the prosecutor's evidence and witnesses that are going to testify in these proceedings.